Hi, this is Brandon Smalley here from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about the side plank off the glute ham raise, or the GHR. All right, this exercise is fantastic for developing strong abdominals, obliques, and strong midsection. You are going to need a glute ham raise for this. There's also a way you can do it off a 45-degree back extension. I've got a separate video to that as well if you want to check that out. But this is definitely going to make it harder because we're obviously going to be parallel to the ground, which is going to increase the difficulty. The main thing you want to make sure here is you have your settings set up right so that your hips are at the very edge of the glute ham raise. You don't want to be too far forward. You obviously don't want your obliques here because then you kind of be negating the purpose of the exercise. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to scoot this back one notch. I know I've got it probably one too far close. So just pull it back one hole. Make sure I'm in a nice position. And from here, I'm going to take my top leg is going to go in front of me. My bottom leg is going to go behind me. And then what I'm going to do, feet against the foot pad, I'm going to stay nice and side. I'm going to make sure I'm in a good position first. Then I'm going to turn nice and sideways and then hold. Make sure chest is nice in front of me. Hands can go on my side, on my head. Overhead's going to make it a lot harder. So start with on your hip. Stay nice and square. Should feel your obliques on your top side. Might feel a little bit of squishing on your hip. It's okay as long as it's not painful. If it's hard, just grab like an Eric's pad or something, and you're just going to hold for time, and then we would switch sides. As you can tell, that's pretty difficult. Not an easy drill to do. Again, it can also sometimes be a little uncomfortable depending on how worn in your pad is, but you're going to develop some really strong obliques here. We're obviously going to be resisting lateral flexion, so think of this as a suitcase carry on steroids. I really like to give this a lot of my wrestling athletes. It seems to be, one of those mentally tough exercises. Tell them to go as long as they can to really push themselves. We can also use this just to develop more stable and strong hips. We're going to develop a strong QL, all those small muscles around the midsection that help control our pelvis during gait. This can really help stiffen those up and provide a nice bit of stability. Now, because this is so difficult, like I said, I really like to program this for 2 to 3 sets of max time. If I happen to get athletes that can hold this for 60 seconds, one, they're pretty much a badass, but number two, then we can start actually adding some load to make this more difficult. So again, as a regression, do the 45-degree back extension. If you're new to this, this would be the progression. If you find that that's too easy, this is really going to kick it up a notch. You can play with the foot plate adjustment to make things a little bit easier. I probably could have went back one more, and I probably been in a nice sweet spot. I almost felt like I was hanging off, but it was definitely hard. So if you really want to try to kick us up on the intensity side, 10 to 20 seconds per side on each hold is going to be plenty to develop your obliques nice and strong with that lateral flexion. But yeah, if you got any questions about this exercise, just let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.